What's up guys, and welcome to my channel Flame with a 4. In this video we are going to be doing Mike Lane's latest mod for the Ecto-1. So here we have the carpet. So on the packaging it says carpets, foot wheels with heel pad, self-adhesive. So guys, this is going to be absolutely screen accurate. It's going to be really good. Please go check out Mike Lane mods in the channel description down below. There will be a link to this page. These mods are absolutely fantastic and you really need to go grab them because they just make everything better. They just make it better, okay? Right, so as you can see, we already installed the rubber ones that come with it, so to take it off is not going to be difficult. So all I'm going to just show you, you could heat it up with a hairdryer, but you should be able to peel this. So if you are just really careful, you should just be able to peel these mats off, okay? So there you go, so they're already pretty much off, so they weren't that difficult to do. And if you decided that for some unknown reason that you wanted to go back to these, you could just get stickers, but when you see these ones, you're gonna change your mind. I don't know if you really need to peel these stickers here. I think I'm just going to leave them because they're still quite sticky and it's not going to really affect it because it's not going to show it raised or anything like that. So, and Mike Lane's ones are already pre-adhesive, so it's only just going to help you know, keep it stuck down, which is not going to be an issue at all. So that's the other one removed. As you've seen, it's actually just taken less than a minute to take them off. So there we go. So what we need to do, we need to just get out what Mike has for offer in the packaging. His instructions can be found on his website. We also are doing videos to help you guys install them, just in case you you know, get stuck. So it's always nice to make a video as well and then just show the quality of the modders out there. So what we need to do first, we just need to get the bits out in the sections here. So if we just turn that around, it just shows you know, where you can go for the guidance. So it says, for application guidance, tips and photos, please visit MikeLaneMods.com. So we do have here on another phone, as you can see there, he has all the details to how to install this step by step, and we're going to be using this guide just to show you how easy his guide is. We're just going to have it here for reference, and I'm going to set them out how he's got them. So he's got a chart which we're going to have up on screen from A, B, C, D, E and F, how they should go. So A is going to be this piece here, as you can see there. B will be the long bit that sits down in the middle, which will be there like so. It's going to be around the other way because obviously I'm doing it, so say that's how I'm doing my model. This is going to be this side. So whereas I've got the you know, the bit where the pad is, because obviously the driver's side in an American car is on the left, that will be on the left hand side, which will be there, so that will sit into that. And then we have the right hand side is just like this, so that is E, this one is F, so that will just sit like so. And then on the back we have C and D. So you just need to make sure you check and get them around the right way. D has two of them, so two of the tabs at the bottom, which will go on that side. And then we have C, which has got the single tab, which goes on that side. And as you can see, it will just mirror where we're going to put them. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to have to take that off to get that up out of the way. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that as well. I'm pretty sure that I'm probably going to have to remove the foot pad as well. So just give me a second while I go remove those guys and we'll be back in just a sec. As you can tell guys, we have already removed the seat bench, which is just sitting over here. And Mike Lane has just released today the backings to go on the back of the seat. So you see the backings here where you see all these horrible screws. He's just released a backing that will cover that up where you won't be able to see it. So if you go onto the website now, you'll be able to see that that is on there and that is for sale. So just go check it out and make sure you just check the price guide on there for how much it is. So that's going to sit like this. First of all, I'm going to try and do it so you guys can see, but I don't want to do it at an angle where obviously I will mess it up. If you want to, you can test fit pieces. The first bit is showing for us to put this on. You can kind of tell, that sticky bit's going to be a problem. You can kind of tell where it's going to go. Test fit things first. Don't go ahead and just fit them, test fit them first. So as you can see, the first bit of carpet is going to be this front section here, which is called A. So we're going to start with A, and that is just going to be installed on there. So it is cut out around that little tab, and there is also a little hole tab here, and he has preempted it being, you know, curved for it to be able to go over there. So he's doing a couple of little tiny slits just there for you to make it easier to install. Okay, so you just need to peel it back. Once you've got the corner, peel it all the way off so that it's got the sticky side there. But be careful not to touch it too much because you don't want to lose your stick on there. And let me just move these out of the way so I can show you. I'm going to do it this way round so you can see. So what you need to do, the main thing is to just concentrate on where the holes are going to go. So, so as you're putting it down, just concentrate on where the holes are. If you get stuck, you can just lift it back up again, but you need to line it up nicely. Right, so I recommend just pushing it in the middle first, and then just pushing it round down the sides so that it follows where it wants to go. Because his cutouts are so good, because they're all pre-cut and ready to go, and they're so good that they will just follow where they're meant to go. So there you go. So that is that. So I'm just going to push it all down so that it's completely stuck, and then I'm just going to bring it over so you can see. So that is the first section there. As you can tell, it goes over there. There was a tiny little hole here ready to be cut out. Now we can move on to the next section. So the next bit is going to be B, which is this long piece like this. And that's what it looks for that side. Again, everything has been preempted and ready to go on in place. So if you want to, you can test fit it, so you can make sure that that sits over there. Make sure that it's level, because if you want to make sure you get this level, because it's going to go over that cylinder really nicely. Okay, so again, we just need to get the end. Last time I went and grabbed a blade to get just to grab the end of it. You can start at the big end first if you like to. Just hold it, just be careful with your fingers and get it just in between the gaps so that you can just peel it enough just to grab the corner, and then you can just pull it back. But just be careful how you pull it back. You don't want it to stick onto itself. Just go really carefully when you get to that section there. Then just wait and then go again until it's all peeled off like that. Here we're just going to have to be careful because it's such a big piece. So just be careful when you are pushing it down. Right, so I'm going to show you your way round. It's going to be the opposite way round for me. I'm going to go with going around the whole of it first. And then what I'm going to do, before I let it fall, I'm going to just pull it taut and level and keep it straight until I can see that either side is symmetrical. So when you're happy with it, all you need to do is just push it down around the edges and then just let it follow suit all the way down from the middle, working down the edges there. Everything is pre-cut, ready to go into place, and then just give it a nice little push around, making sure that the carpet is in place all over, and then just push it down nicely, and then there you go. So it should then look like that. So that is now the center section all done. Right, so you can go around this afterwards once it's all in place to just check to make sure that everything is good. So we will do that. I'm just going to just get back onto this phone for the instructions because it timed out. And then we are going to go ahead and we are going to install. So it's obviously asking us to do that bit first. Then he asks us to do the center section, which we just did on the instructions. The other one says to do number 7. So number 7 is going to be this piece here. And this piece will just sit on there. And you just want to just, again, test fit everything, make sure that the holes line up. And of course, they always do, because that is what you get when you buy quality. And then there you go. So we just need to make sure that we are going to now get the edge of this one. And we are going to just make sure that it peels again. Just being careful not to cut yourself. If you've got a really long nail, you'll probably be alright, but I have trimmed mine recently, which doesn't help sometimes when you're doing builds like this. So, right, so here we go again. So we're just going to now lay this down. So I would say the best thing to do is try and get your circles lined up first. So let it sort of, getting stuck to the previous stuff. So just let it sort of fall into place, making sure that all the holes are lined up. Push it into the corner edges. And then just push that around that corner. Push down nice and smoothly. And then there you go. So that piece is now in place. So that is step number 7 on the instructions that we've been using. So nice and easy, guys. As you can see, they go on really well. After that, he's asking us on the instructions here to do number 8. So obviously we'll just follow the guides that Mike Lane has on his website, because that is going to be the best one, because he created them, he made them. So, you know, what better way to work out how to do them than use the guide from there. We make these guides for you guys so you can see it live in case you want to watch how it's done before you go ahead and do it. Just going to get underneath there, just waiting to get that edge there. There we go. Right, so this stage is step number 8. So again, we are going to follow the same steps as we have been throughout. So we're going to try and line up the holes first, and I'm going to try and do it so that you guys can see what's going on at the same time. So for this one, I'm just going to try and line up those 2 back holes. So as you can see, my hand is quite shaky, but if you take your time and then just push it down nicely, and just get it nice and accurate, and just go over this with ease. Right, so once that's all pushed down and into place and nice and flat, you want to make sure you haven't got any bumps in your carpet. So there you are. And then that is now stage 8 of putting the carpet in from Mike Lane Mods. So there you go. Looks really cool, right? So the next one are going to be the last 2, which are the bigger pieces, which we're going to now install. So it's saying for us to put on the left one and then the right one. So we will do that. What we need to do, let's just quickly see. Yeah, so that should go in absolutely fine. So because this is going in and up over there, that will go onto that section. And what it will do is it will have a little overlap, which will just push down into that gap there. So I have to just be careful it doesn't stick to the previous stickers. You could take them off, but I'm not going to. So, right, so I'm going to try and show you guys so that you can see it your way round. I just need to grab it. As you can see here, it's got the foot piece where you know, where you would have the carpet on an original manufactured car, where there will be a wear piece here. So when your foot is pushed down on the accelerator constantly over time on the brake, you know, this will allow, instead of wearing through the carpet, this part will wear first, which makes your carpet last a lot longer if you don't have carpet mats. So that is what that is there for, and a lovely little bit of detail that Mike has gone and put into this for us. So we can only always be forever grateful for these fantastic looking mods. Right, so this is quite a big piece, guys, so you just need to be careful when you're doing it. I would recommend lining up these 2 holes, so use that as your guide, and obviously try and make sure that it doesn't bend up or anything like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use those 2 circles as my guide. So that's the first one there. I'm going to lay it down slowly onto the next one. I'm using that corner edge as my guide as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure it comes down here and then lines up with that other hole there where that footrest goes. Push that down in line there. Then I'm going to make sure, and I'm pretty sure it will just go over that that chrome button bit that is just in there. So you should be fine with that. And then the rest should just all fall into place. And it does. Look how perfect that goes into place. Look how good that looks. So, right, so let's just push all that down, make sure that it's all good. It looks really, really cool. if you check out his guide, guys, this end bit here, you just need to make sure that folds over and sits down in that lip, which is going to be really good there. So then that is that side now. If you check out his guide, he will show you on the actual you know, the footage of the vehicle that this is carpeted in the movie. So you want to make sure you check that out because it's really good how he does it. So right, so the next one again, you know, I'm so confident that I'm not even going to bother test fitting this. You can test fit if you want. You know, it's just going to stick to the sticky pads that I've got there. I'm going to go ahead and install this last piece of carpet that I've got right here just by getting my corner edge again. I'm just going to fold it round. Peel it, and then I'm going to use these two holes here for a guide. So these are the ones where the seat benches sit in place. Again, I'm going to use it as a guide. We're not fast forwarding, we're showing you this in real time so you can see. So make sure that you're using this edge to line and also that the two holes there are in place as well. There is also a tiny little hole there, so make sure that you get that. As you go down, there isn't really there isn't any more holes to line up down this section, so just make sure the carpet flows nicely and that it wants to go into these gaps here, because on this top bit here you need to make sure it goes around that, which it does absolutely fine. And then just go around with your fingers and then just push it into place, making sure that it goes into there seamlessly. Push these edges down here like so. There you go, and then just I'm going to get my nail, or what's left of the nail, and then push that down, and then show you what it looks like. See that, guys? Look how different that looks. So let's just take it this side. It just looks so good, completely screen accurate to what it was. So what we're going to quickly do, we're going to go in ahead and just put the seat bench back in place. We're going to put the little bits that we took out back in, and then we're going to just show you what it looks like afterwards. We're going to fast forward through that, and then we'll be back to the stage that we were on before we put Mike Lane's mods in. And as you can see, it's not really difficult to do, so please make sure you go grab them. So we're going to show you the finished result in a sec, guys. Okay guys, so there you have it. Now everything is back into place. So we have the radio back in there. Oh, I can't even point. There it is, just there. And then we have the footrest, which is just in there, looking really good. The seat benches are now into place, which move backwards and forwards. But look how good that looks with the carpet. The carpet, you know, it just goes all the way through out the back how it should do. You know, if you can see that, it just looks amazing. Absolutely fantastic how this is done and cut to shape, ready to go, easy to use. As you can see, this was our guide on doing Mike Lane's carpet mod. I'm really happy, guys. This is the one here, so I'm just going to show you. It's just there, so that says carpets. This is the one you want to go pick up. Please go check it out. If you haven't already, guys, please subscribe by clicking on the button just here. That's a subscribe button. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, set the bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care now. Bye bye.